It is 3:45 p.m. and I'm gonna do something I've always wanted to do, and that is a 24-hour eating only what I catch, eating only what I find challenge. We are in the middle of the Pocono Mountains of Pennsylvania on the beautiful Appalachian range, and I can't wait to do this. There are so many streams in the middle of absolute nowhere here, and they are full of trout and they are full of mushrooms and other edible plants, which I am really looking forward to. I don't really post much of it, but I forage all the time, I eat fish all the time, I car camp all the time. We're gonna be sleeping in the back of my Toyota Highlander. I already have a bed all set up, I'll show that to you guys later, but without further ado, we have like a 2-mile walk, so let's get that started. So for logistics sake, I'm gonna say the challenge officially starts at 4 p.m. So we have 9 minutes to get ready, and then once we're hiking, we will not be able to eat any of the granola bars that I stashed. But we do have a cooler full of water because it's like 92 degrees and we don't want to mess around with that. To start off, we're only going to be fly fishing as well. There's just a bunch of small brookies and browns in these streams, so no reason to bring my spinning rod. That's just overkill. Alright, we're just about ready here. I want to make sure that I have everything that I need. It is 4:06, a little bit slower of a start than I was expecting, but this means that I cannot eat anything other than what I catch and find until 4:06 p.m. tomorrow. If we really struggle and can't find anything, we do have a river down there, and it's filled with smallies, bigger trout, walleye, anything you can think of. So, and of course, as we're walking down, we're gonna keep an eye out for any like mushrooms or fungi or edible plants. I'm gonna have to be 100% certain if I'm eating something. And that's why I'm hoping for mushrooms, because I'm pretty decent with edible ID. Okay, came across this. So there's this orange mushroom right here on there. And if you guys are familiar with foraging at all, you know that there's a type of mushroom called chicken of the woods. Now, this isn't chicken of the woods. It's a very similar look-alike, but it's like some type of polypore, I think, just if this stuff is edible, and it probably isn't anyway. It feels like a literal rubber, so I can't imagine this would be any good to eat. I'm not gonna risk eating something that I don't know what it is. Be smart. Because I've been walking for like 40 minutes with no edible mushrooms to show for it, several bug bites, and waning hydration. But fortunately, the creek is literally right up here. We're here. Now I just gotta figure out how we want to fish this. Oh wow, it's moving fast today. I don't even know if I'm gonna try these spots down there. They've got fish, but the further into the woods we go, the better it's gonna get anyway. More mushrooms that I have no idea what they are. There's some type of bolete. Again, no idea if edible, but not gonna risk it. So, the name of the game today is a dry dropper. Now, I have no idea what type of nymph this is, but there's a clink hammer on there, which is just a type of emerger, and we're just gonna fish it in these spots. I mean, it's a little bit of a small dry dropper, but it might honestly be a good size. Is probably just a pipe dream because I'm terrible at mending my line. So we're just gonna swing a little streamer with a nymph behind it. Oh, there we go. No way. That was fast. Nice brown. Just swinging this streamer. There we go, guys. There's our first keeper of the day. I was not expecting that at all. He smoked the maple syrup. The maple syrup is a fly that was made up in Maine. This one isn't specifically the maple syrup color. They like change it to some black because, you know, variation. Trout have to be 7 inches here in PA, and that is well over 7 inches. That's like a 9-incher. So I'm gonna dispatch this real quick and put it in my little cooler bag. Just gotta bleed it out. Typically, it seems cruel, but you bonk it, meaning you kill it, and then you pull the gills to bleed it out, just so your meat's nice and fresh and it doesn't spoil, especially in hotter weather. All right, thanks for biting, Mr. Brown. We're gonna put him in the bag with the ice, so he'll stay nice and cool all day long. And while we're at it, grab some swigs of water, because it is hot. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I am not a confident and very skilled stream angler, so I was really not totally sure if I was gonna catch anything. So that was an awesome start. Hopefully we can get a couple more. The limit in Pennsylvania is 5, but I don't really think we're gonna need 5 even at that small. I think 2 or 3 might be good, along with hopefully some mushrooms. So let's get back to fishing and see what we can catch. There we go. Woo! He's digging nicely in that current. Boom! Another keeper. That's probably around 8 inches, but a keeper all the same. This one hit the nymph. See it in its mouth? This is what hiking into the middle of nowhere does for you. You end up catching fish because there's just not much pressure. We're just bleeding them out. Oh, I just saw a fish flash on my nymph. Oh, it's a huge brown. Oh, eat it, dude. Oh my gosh, dude, that was a nice brown. Nice brown for this stream. All right, something like that is definitely gonna get the job done. Nice bright nymph, decently bright, but natural looking streamer. Perfecto. Now, I don't know if these fish are gonna hit again in this hole, but we have a whole giant stream to fish, so. Oh my gosh. Literally as I was pulling up, I don't know if you guys saw that hit. That thing crushed it. There we go. No way, is that a brookie? Oh my gosh, it's a giant brookie. Let's go. That is a nice native brook trout. And he will be our third fish. That is a beautiful fish. 2 brookies, or a brookie and 2 browns to round out the day of fishing. That's pretty good. Oh, all right, nice brookie going in the bag. I was just getting ready to leave, and look what we found. Now, these are what are called button chanterelles, and these are in fact edible, and I just ruined one of them. Great. But these are in fact edible, so I will be taking these, and I cannot wait to eat them. What I got to do now is actually search for more, because these things are supposed to be really tasty. I'm just gonna walk around and see if I can find some more chanterelles. Some nice deep holes over here. This one is almost too deep, like it's been carved out by this waterfall over hundreds of thousands of years. Oh, I see more chanterelles on the other side. You can't see them, but might have to get wet, or I might have to cross over there or something. Maybe we can do this without getting totally soaked, or not. Oh God. Oh God. Let's see. Yeah, just one of them is really big enough, worth taking. The other one is so small. The other one's not even a chanterelle. Some other type. So we're just gonna take this little guy, get out of here. I forgot to bring a little Tupperware container for the mushrooms, so I just cut a water bottle that I'd already drank, and you can kind of push the cap down, and it keeps them nice and still. I just gotta remember not to chuck my bag or anything. Now, of course you can't hear me well, but the first thing we need to do before we exit the river and go back is we need to clean the fish. So I'm gonna put the GoPro cam on once again, and I'm gonna get cleaning these fish. We're just gonna do it very simple, just chopping off the heads, gutting them, removing the bloodline, and that's it. And look at that, we have 3 perfectly clean fish. The gorgeous orange meat of the brookie, and the more gray, but it's still delicious though. So I'm gonna bag these up again and bring them back to the car. Yes, freedom. Finally back to the cars. I keep underestimating how long this is gonna take. Gonna need this, gonna need some propane. This thing is crusty as hell from the last time I used it, where the rain came from. All right, so first thing is lit. Let's get the pan. Need some oil. Just gonna be generous in the pan. We've got 3 fish to cook, so need to make sure we have more than enough. We need to clean the chanterelles up too, so just gonna cut off the bottoms where it's muddy. Scrape some of that off there. I'm gonna throw. Pan's a little too hot, but whatever. That's gonna cook nice and fast. A little bit of salt, because I'm allowing myself to put salt in these, just because why not. So these chanterelles, the way we're just gonna do them is we're just gonna actually like slice them down the middle like this into little pieces. throw these chanterelles in too. Get the chanterelles in the oil here. So I'm gonna flip them. They're all curled up. They're cooking fast. So are the chanterelles. We're gonna leave the chanterelles in here until they get nice and golden brown though. All right, so the chanterelles are done. We're gonna take those off in just a second. I really wasn't the most prepared. Should have brought plates, but let the fish cook for a while longer. Those chanterelles do look good though. What I've decided, so the brook trout we're actually going to save for tomorrow, just in case we don't catch anything. It will be a good breakfast or lunch, whichever we decide to do. We're just going to bag it up. It's going to stay nice and cool in there. All right, while we're waiting, why don't we try some of the chanterelle? Just going to take some of these 2 little pieces and pop them in. All right, guys, 2 little pieces of chanterelle. Wow, it's very sweet. I actually like that. I just wish they were like a little crispier. It's got this, I don't know, I'm not much of a mushroom dude, so it's got like this weird, like a bit of a rubbery taste to it. That also probably could have just been me overcooking it. Still tasted good, so it doesn't really matter. Finally done here. Just gonna, wow, yeah, that's falling apart perfectly. Just gonna throw it out here onto the napkin. So we have our done fish. It looks really good. You can tell it's cooked because, you know, it's just falling apart like crazy, super mushy. It's really good. You guys don't need to be watching me tear apart this whole fish, so I'm just gonna set the camera up and do a little bit of a time lapse of me cleaning this fish up. Very, very good. The skin is nice and crispy. I did that almost perfectly. Absolutely cleaned up. And now that we're done cleaning up, the last thing to do here is show my bed setup because it's getting dark. I'm probably gonna set my camera up for some sort of cool time lapse of the sky, but once I get into bed, this is what it's gonna look like. Just got my pillows, and then we have this nice little sleeping pad thing. It's like kind of like a quilt almost, but it's like a sleeping pad. I don't know how to describe it. And then we just have one more sleeping pad underneath it to just kind of straighten it out so it's not super uncomfortable. We've got like 3 pillows because you can never have enough pillows, and just one really thin blanket because it's, you know, it's hot, it's summer, you don't need much of a blanket, and I kind of like having myself covered before I go to sleep. So I decided to drive up the road a little bit. I somehow managed to find a sliver of service, just enough to watch the US versus Panama semifinal game in the Gold Cup. So hopefully the US wins. It's 0-0 right now, but I'm just waiting for it to get dark so I can finally go to sleep. But not until we finish the remainder of this game. All right, so it's nice and cold in here. And instead of, I don't really feel like getting out, we're just gonna crawl back here. Oh. Oh, yep, got our bed nice and pillow, and I'm just gonna sit here again, just chilling for a little bit. I've got to plug some batteries and stuff into my power pack that's hiding over here, and then we'll go to sleep. Oh my gosh, stop. Oh my gosh, someone else is here. I wonder when they got here. It is 8:58, almost 9 a.m. Let's go fishing. Hopefully we can catch something. I've actually never fished this section of this river before. I've always just stuck to the trout, so we'll see if we can't get anything. All right, I think I want to fish down here. So you can see that people literally got a rope here to help people get down without dying. Oh my gosh, there's a whole little campsite down here. Well, that's pretty cool. The water is up super far. Like it is not normally to the bank like this. So we're just gonna cast the Ned rig out. It's still a little too fast here, but we're just gonna fish it, see what we can do. We've already managed to catch a rockfish. How lovely. There goes our jig. We need to find a slower moving spot. This ain't gonna work. This is like the perfect speed. No, you have to be kidding me. There's no way. There's no way I get snagged in my first cast. We keep getting snagged. I scratched the absolute hell out of my leg just to get down here. And within 10 minutes, I think I'm already gonna get out of here. This just, I mean, I'm sure if I kept fishing I'd catch smallies and stuff, but I just don't know how worth it is, man. Alright guys, the river just sucked. Like it was blown out too fast and too snaggy. Just wasn't really, I didn't really have my heart into it to keep retying and stuff. So we're gonna head to a foraging spot, which is outside of this. So I gotta make a little bit of a drive. And maybe we'll be able to find some cool mushrooms or something. And if not, we'll find a secondary fishing spot and maybe we'll have to come back here and see if we can't find some more trout. So I'll see you guys on the road. Across the stream. Spot is much better, but honestly the forest might not even be dense enough here. We got some mushrooms here. That looks like something that would kill me. So I don't even know which way to go. Always on the lookout. Mushroom over there. Not the kind we want. I see something. Oh my gosh, is that chicken of the woods? Dude, no way. No way. No way, dude. No way. Look at all this chicken in the woods we just found. Oh my gosh, this is going to be perfect. I can't believe oh, it's so prime. I can't believe I just found some of this. I was like ready to turn back and go the opposite way because I didn't think it'd be good. And look at all this. I'm not gonna take all of it. There's no reason I don't need all this chicken in the woods, but wow. Oh my gosh. Perfect. Perfect. We're just gonna take some of the larger pieces. Let's see. Let's grab this very large piece over here. All right, broke a bit, but all right, I think that's about perfect. We really don't need much of this because, you know, when you're in these forest trips, you don't need much food to begin with. This will be perfect. I might take one more piece or two and then we will be set. I can't believe I found chicken in the woods. Out of all the mushrooms that I was hoping to find, this was number one. All right, now that we found our batch of forage food, which chicken in the woods is perfect, we're gonna just look a tiny bit longer to see if we can't find another type of edible mushroom. And if not, I don't really care because we've got a perfect meal along with the brook trout. So we're gonna look for longer, maybe another 30 minutes, see if we can find some oysters, more chanterelles or something, or maybe an edible plant of some sort. So, oh, I'm out of breath from walking up the hill already. So let's keep looking. Just walking through the woods and finding all sorts of types of mushrooms is just so awesome. Love this place. Beautiful forest. Little yellow mushroom that is probably not edible. Another bollet. I have no idea if it's edible or not, so we're gonna leave it. Brown mushroom. I'm gonna go back to the spot that we started at yesterday, and we're gonna cook our fish and our chicken in the woods over there, and it's going to be an amazing meal. I am starving, so I cannot wait to dig in. I'll see you guys there. And before we can cook anything up, we actually have to prepare the mushrooms too. So we have to clean off all the impurities, clean out all the dirt, that kind of stuff. We're only gonna eat a little bit of this. Think of it as like chicken. It's really filling, so something like this should be good. Any pieces of dirt, we don't need those. Maybe like some of this like weird slimy stuff, this soggy pieces. The stuff that's like right on the tree is usually a very tough part anyway, so don't really need it. My favorite way to do mushrooms of like any type, just dice them. That's literally it. Just cut them up into pieces. It's really that simple. All right, so we've got our chicken in the woods. That is more than enough for a meal. I'm gonna grab the trout out of the cooler and we'll rinse them off. Just use a little bit. I just have some pure vegetable oil. I am not a huge stickler when it comes to oil. Just gonna salt this stuff up. All right, the oil is already deceivingly hot, so I'm just gonna be careful here. Oh my gosh, way too hot. And it's not even up. It's not even up high. All right, well, at least it's gonna cook fast. We'll get some chicken of the woods in there along with it. These mushrooms are looking next to done. They smell nice and sweet too. No idea if these are done, but these will be my first trial run. See if I did them right. I can just imagine how good that would be if I like fully seasoned and everything. Just the salt is still good, but it definitely needs more, you know what I mean? Put the fish. Nice and crispy, just the way I like it. Yeah, that's done. We do more chicken in the woods. Just looks so good, doesn't it? Same with the fish. Like, I cannot wait to dig in. I think from what I'm seeing is cooking it longer is definitely better. It gives it firmer taste and definitely tastes more like chicken. So good. All right, so it is 1 o'clock, 12:54, which means that we have 3 hours left until the 24-hour challenge is over. So we're gonna spend the last 3 hours fishing. I'm gonna take my fly rod down to the creek right here, fish some of the holes down here, and then we'll probably head to the other stream just to see what we can catch. Not gonna keep anything. This was a good meal, absolutely fantastic. Super thankful to have found the chicken in the woods and caught the brook trout and the browns yesterday, and the chanterelles. It's been a really good trip, so I can't wait to do something like this again, maybe a 3-day, just like Mav has done. But we'll see. So I'm gonna clean this up and I'll grab the fly rod and we'll get fishing. Oh, I got one. Ah, I didn't even see him bite. Wow, I cannot believe he went for the giant woolly bugger too. That's crazy. Brookies will literally eat anything. That is such a gorgeous little fish. See you later, dude. Oh, he ate the nymph. I didn't even see him. Wow, nice male brookie. Ah, damn, that was a nice one. Come on. Come on. Got him. Wow. He ate the nymph first. Oh, well, there he went. But first time he ate the dry, second time he ate the nymph. There we go. Kind of little guy. There we go. There we go, another clink hammer fish. They're hitting just about everything today. Whip. All right, guys, it is 3:27, so we're gonna need to walk back to the car and pack it up for the day. It was awesome catching all these little native brookies on dry flies and nymphs, but the day must end and so must this challenge. So I'll see you guys back at the car. All right, everyone, I'm back at my car now, but what a fun 2 days doing this challenge. We found chanterelles, we found chicken of the woods, we caught brookies and brown trout. Could not have asked for a better experience. If you want to see more videos like this, or if you have suggestions for the next one, please make sure to leave them in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys on another video. Peace out. Oh my gosh. I swear, every time I go to Wawa, I tell myself I'm only gonna buy a couple things. Of course, I walk out with a whole bunch of crap, but it's worth it because I'm starving.